Let's begin with part B. Part A, I skip part A because part A is very similar to the introductory example. Now for part B, first of all, you observe that this is actually not in a partial fraction. You want to write that into a partial fraction first. And to begin with that, you want to factor the bottom into linear factors, right? K minus 1 times k plus 1. And then you need to look for a and b so that this is equal to a over k minus 1 plus b over k plus 1. I'll leave you to confirm my finding. So my a is 1, b is -1. Right? I skip the detail here. You should ask if you need help with this part. So in other words, the original series becomes summation k from 2 to infinity 1 over k minus 1 minus 1 over k plus 1. And this minus is from the the b being -1. So this is the series we are looking for. Always, it's pretty standard. The first thing that you want to do is to write the partial sum. I advise you to keep track of your terms. So for instance, I put my keep track of my, this is, oops, I'm sorry, k start with 2 in this case, right? So when k is 2, the first term I have is 1 over, here you see that it's going to be, this is what I'm using. So when k is 2, 1 over 2 minus 1, which is 1, minus 1 over 3. So my first term will be 1 over 2 minus 1 minus 1 over 2 plus 1, right? Which is 3. Now when k is 3, you have 1 over 3 minus 1, which is 1/2, minus 1 over 3 plus 1, which is 1/4. Maybe I should just go ahead write this as 1/3, and this is just 1, right? So this is 1/3. This is 1 over 1, which is just 1. The first term is 1. Now you don't see any terms can be cancelled. That means you are not seeing the pattern yet. You should continue. So when k is 4, this is 1/3 minus 1/5. Now you can see that couple terms can be at least this term can cancel now, right? So you don't see the pattern clear enough at this point. So I would advise you continue to write more terms. So when k is 5, this is 1/4 minus 1/6. Okay, let's discuss that a little bit here. Now, if we stop at this term, and let's see what terms can be cancelled. Okay, we see that, hey, this term cancel out with the first term of the fifth term, and this guy cancel out with the first guy after the next term here, right? Now, if we stop at k equals 5, let's see, what are we left with? We're left with this term, and this term, and this term. There are 4 terms left. So this is something that we need to note down when we do the observation. So I would like you to continue. So continue when k is 6. What do you see? You see this is 1/5, this is 1/7. Now let me ask you, stop for a moment, do a little observation. Which terms are cancelled? Which terms stay? So you see that, hey, this term cancel, and 1/4 is cancelled, 1/4 is gone, and 1/5 is gone, right? 1/5 is gone. Which terms stay? the last two terms of the second part of the last two terms stay, and the first part of the first two terms stay. Now that's consistent with what we observed when we say we stop at k equals 5. Now I would like you to, if you still don't see the pattern, do it one more time. You should be able to see it, right? So if you do it one more time, this is 1/6 and this is 1/8. Now which term stay, which term is gone? These two terms stay. All the other terms, they are gone, right? Except these two terms. Except these two terms, all the other terms will be gone. So hopefully you see the pattern in clear enough. So you just continue, and now when k is, I actually need more space here now. All right. So when k is m minus 1, you have 1 over, this is k minus 1, which is m minus 1 minus 1, that means m minus 2, plus 1 over k plus 1, which means m minus 1 plus 1, which is n. And when k is n, you should have 1 over m minus 1 minus 1 over m plus 1. As we mentioned, which terms stay? These two terms stay. All the other terms will be cancelled out, right? They're all gone. And of course, 1/2 will stay and 1 will stay. So at the end, you have 1 plus 1/2 minus 1 over n minus 1 over m plus 1. Now to find the s, you just need to take the limit on n. Let n approach infinity. And you can see that when n is infinity, this will be 0. This will be also 0, right? Which means just 1 plus 1/2. And these two terms will be, oops, the other two terms will be 0. So the answer is 3/2. So this is for part B.